Hey guys, welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast. I'm your host, Adrian from A League of Our Own on YouTube.
And I'm your boy, Mr. Enfuego, also from YouTube.
Dude, we are pumped to be back after a week off. Mr. Enfuego, I hope you had a fantastic week and your weekend's going well. I'm excited about today's podcast. How about you? How you doing today?
I'm pumped. I lost sleep the last couple of days because I couldn't wait for today.
Yeah, Mr. Enfuego and I have been working hard on this podcast today. First off, tomorrow is Mother's Day. I wanted to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Thank you so much for all you do.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
I'm hoping I just sent the link to my mom for this podcast tonight. She watches and listens every week. Mom, you're the best. Happy Mother's Day. She always picks up cards for me at Target too. She's awesome. Mr. Enfuego, you got a little something too?
Yep. Again, like pretty much the piggyback. Happy Mother's Day to all the significant others, all the spouses, even those moms that have fur babies only. You still considered moms.
That's me.
Right? So, granted, Mother's Day is tomorrow. We'll go ahead and put the limelight on you ladies today. So happy Mother's Day.
Excellent. I want to start off today's podcast. In the past 2 weeks, we did lose. I'm actually surprised. We lost a legend. So he's in the Oakland A's Hall of Fame, but he's not a Hall of Famer, which I actually didn't know. I certainly thought he was.
He should be, though.
It should be. Tremendous player, Vida Blue. We did lose at the age of 73, I believe. Man, this one, I mean, we have lost a lot of great players in the past few months, past few years. This one burned more than usual for me personally. Being that he was, with my favorite team, he did play before my time, so all I ever got to enjoy was highlights of him. But I recently just watched the Reggie Jackson documentary on, I believe it was on Amazon Prime, called Reggie, and Vida Blue is in that documentary. So I mean, just recently watched something with him in it, and he had some good stories in that. So just wanted to pay my respects to Vida Blue today. I wanted to also talk a little bit about his highlights, his career highlights. He did amazing things with the Oakland A's. He won 3 World Series in a row with the Oakland Athletics. He was a left-handed pitcher that helped them win those World Series from 72 to 74. If anybody's ever seen those 3 years, like highlights from that, it was a really cool time with Raleigh Fingers and Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson wasn't in the first one due to an injury, but he is in the other two. And it sucks. He made the All-Star team 6 times over the time of his career. He was drafted in the second round in 1967. He won the Cy Young and MVP awards, and he was the 5th player in history to win both honors in the same year. So check out go on YouTube tonight and check out some highlights of Vida Blue. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Just an outstanding pitcher, not just for the Oakland Athletics. He played at other teams, but just an outstanding pitcher for the MLB. All right. What other topics we got today? Ooh, some fun stuff that happened. Cedric Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles. And I always love talking about Cedric Mullins because when I just started getting back really heavily into baseball cards, usually when you get into the YouTube thing, a lot of times the first thing that pops up when you look up baseball cards on YouTube is Jab's family.
Right.
Now, whether or not your opinion of him, whatever, it is what it is. And it's a fun channel with lots of product being open. And, it was 2019 when I started to really get it heavily back into it. And can't forget how many Cedric Mullins cards that Jabs would pull. He pulled autos, pull all the stuff. And it was kind of the joke during that year. Oh, Cedric Mullins. Because at that first year he came out, he wasn't the greatest rookie. And so it was like, oh God, another Cedric Mullins card. Oh God, Cedric Mullins card. Well, in case you haven't been following, Cedric Mullins is a baller now. 2019, his rookie year may have not gone so well, but he, from 2020 and all the way up to 23, has excelled. He began as a switch hitter, and then he decided, or I don't know if he decided with the franchise, he just stuck to left-handed now. He's focused on that, and since he's done that, he's really excelled in his hitting. He did hit for the cycle this past week. It is the Baltimore Orioles' 12th cycle in the franchise. He ended the game with it. It was a game. I'm loving this advertisement I'm reading. Game icing home run and a diving catch to win. He just had a good game. He had a great game.
Yeah.
So hats off to Cedric Mullins. And they did win that game over the Pirates 6-3. What do you think of Cedric Mullins?
I mean, kind of like what you said. When he first started early in his career, he was not really doing much, but as time progressed, started making a name for himself. You know, he'll have his moments, but here we are now making history. I mean, just to give everybody a quick rundown of what he's done for this season so far. All right. He has 138 at-bats with 37 hits. He's got 5 home runs under his belt. He's batting .268, 31 RBIs, 12 stolen bases. His on-base percentage is .365. OPS is .843, and his OPS plus is .134. So he's hanging with the big boys, you know. Yeah, so now we just gotta be a little consistent, and we never know what lies ahead for Cedric Mullins.
Absolutely, on that sneaky good Baltimore Orioles team too, with a lot of young talent. He's becoming one of the veterans there. That's going to be a role model for those guys. So that's freaking fantastic. I'm liking some of our comments here talking about the bird bath celebration that they do. That I don't know if you guys Google that, check that out. That's a pretty fun thing to watch. So congratulations to Cedric Mullins. Before we continue on, I totally forgot because it's been 2 weeks. You guys, we have been implementing trivia into the podcast every week. We're not going to do that. We're going to do that tonight, but not just yet.
We'll get to it.
I just wanted to announce White Sox Tom 2 weeks ago was the winner of our trivia of the night. I put his link in the description tonight. If you guys would be so kind as to go over and check out White Sox Tom, maybe in a video, congratulate him for winning the trivia last week. Possibly here on the YouTube, if one of my moderators can maybe drop his link, I would greatly appreciate that. White Sox Tom, congratulations, and thank you for always listening and being here in our lives. Okay. We got a lot of baseball to talk about still, but I want to switch gears just slightly, just to something kind of fun, little conversation we had earlier that we spent way more time talking about this than I anticipated. Mr. Fuego and I were talking about the new City Connect Cincinnati Reds unis.
Oh, man.
And we were dabbling, looking at pictures online, and then he came across this ranking system of the oh man, the ranking system of the City Connect jerseys. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, the City Connect unis are uniforms that not all the teams yet, but some of the teams they're coming out with them every year or so. We were talking about how it's decided and stuff like that. I guess they have to all be done by a certain year. But yeah, it's kind of up to
more than half of the league with uniforms already.
Yeah, it's up to the city or the team when they want to bring them out. They just have to be done by a certain
Correct.
time. So I'm going to actually share this website with you guys. I want you guys to take a look at these rankings and
let us know what y'all think.
Yeah, because I had a serious issue with this.
I did also.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Okay. So as I scrolled down, First place here, we've got the Colorado Rockies. Getting a little bit of feedback, I think, Mr. Fuego. I don't know if it's me or you. So Colorado Rockies, very cool looking unis. I really like them. I was surprised that they got first place. Dying to hear what you guys think. Next up, Chicago White Sox. Now this uni here definitely in the top 5 for me personally. Cool looking uniforms. You got the pinstripes, you got the solid black south side. I mean, shoot,
it's got the Grand Theft Auto feel to it.
Yeah, you got that old English going. Like I've got all the things. As we scroll down, they don't do a really good picture of it here, but the Miami Marlins. Now, I remember this was one of the first City Connect jerseys to come out, and I remember when it came out, people were like, whoa.
And look, it even tells you it was debuted May 21st, 2 years ago.
2 years. Wow, that's crazy. And they're really, to me, really cool uniforms. And I know there's a lot of people, like I know my dad, old school, he's not into these colors. He sees these and he's like, oh, it's a softball uni or clown uni or something like that. But I thought these uniforms were really cool, and they brought excitement, bringing kids to the game. Those are what the kids are wearing these days, Dad. Yeah. This is
gotta
cool
keep
stuff.
up with the trends.
So I was cool with this being third. Seattle Mariners. This debuted last week. Might have debuted for the first time yesterday. Actually, I know that they're wearing it in every Friday game.
Actually, it was debuted May 5th because it has it right on the bottom of the photo.
Right. Okay. Why don't I pay attention to what I'm doing here? On Cinco de Mayo, that's cool. I enjoy these uniforms too. I thought they were slick. They got the old school look. I did see some hate for it, but I'm not getting it. I think they look slick. Okay. Washington Nationals. Now, my first issue.
Say anything, Adrian.
Yes, say it.
The first thing that sticks to my mind is, why do they have Juan Soto in a Washington uniform? He ain't with Washington anymore.
Yeah, that was an issue of mine as well. But
mind you, for everybody that's tuning in right now, this article was written today.
Yes, it was written today, so there's no excuse for this. I like this uniform, the cherry blossoms. It makes sense. I'm thinking that with this uniform, the gray is what turns me off. We were saying, like, if they did the solid black with this, I think it would have been a cooler look with the pink, like really making that pink pop.
Definitely.
So that's what I got there for that. All right. San Diego Padres.
I look at this and I crave a taco.
Yeah. This does remind me of Taco Bell 100%. You either love or hate this. However, I don't think this is the worst one.
No.
By far, but very bright, flamboyant colors. You guys might have seen this, especially recently in the Mexico series. They wore these uniforms. Just they're very bright colors, very Taco Bell. All right, Boston Red Sox. Now, when this debuted back in 2021, I know these colors, some people will question like what the yellow, whatever. It has a strong connection to the Boston Marathon. So that's why the colors, and this uniform has brought the Red Sox a lot of good luck. So
yeah,
I dig this uniform. I know it's like the Red Sox, you don't think of that, but it had to do with the City Connect, so this makes a lot of sense to me. I think they're
not cool. A Red Sox either.
Copy that. All right. Houston Astros, Space City. Cool looking uniforms. I'm not going to lie. The dark blue with the orange, Space City on there makes sense. Houston, we definitely have a problem. But,
where's the trash can logo? Oh, wait. That's for another segment.
All right. Coming in at number 9, the recently debuted Texas Rangers. These are the worst looking uniforms, in my opinion. Mr. Fuego and I, a couple of weeks ago, sat down and we're like trying to dissect like why. Like they got cool colors. They got The numbering is cool. These uniforms look horrible.
And the ideology on coming up with the uniform makes sense. I get it. What caused them to pull from different locations for this, but now that you see it in person, yeah, the person who designed this, they need a better occupation, because this is hideous.
Yeah, to me, this was. I'm pretty sure this is the one in my rating system would be last place for what they've shown so far. But I'm dying to know what other people think here. Okay, Arizona Diamondbacks rated below this. The picture that they're showing here on this website, I wish they would have the hat. I've seen them play with these uniforms. I think they're good looking uniforms. Not sure why they would rate below the Texas Rangers, but we are going just by looks, and I know there's a lot of thought and consideration that goes into these uniforms with how they relate to the city, but I'm going off looks too. I think looks are super important. Okay, speaking of looks, these new Cincinnati Reds unis are phenomenal,
and they will be debuted against the Yankees on the 19th.
I will
be watching.
Yeah, I love everything about these. The black, the red, the logos. Cincinnati nailed it. These look great.
Plus, they're my favorite colors.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. The Los Angeles Angels. I can't believe this rated so low. I love their City Connect jersey. I love the old school California look. I was blown away that they put these so low on the rating here. I think they did a great job with them. Very retro, very California fonty and stuff like that. So, dang. Okay. So then we have the Milwaukee Brewers. It says Brew Crew on them. They've got the powder blue. I like these too. Not my favorite, not super exciting, but I love that they put Brew Crew on there.
Definitely.
I would, I wouldn't have rated them this low. Okay, San Francisco Giants. Now I've got, for me personally, connection, my Bay Area teams, West Coast. I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
It's too simple, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's the orange. It just, I don't know how else to say it, but they just don't quite look right. They're not my favorite. And the Giants, they had, I don't know, they had so many other possibilities. I feel like, I'm loving how a lot of these uniforms where they're going with the solid black. They could have easily done that with these uniforms. They've got that. I do like when the Giants have their cream color unis on. Those are really nice. I feel like they could have gone more that way with this, but this is just a little bit too much orange, white, plain looking to me.
I mean, we could say the same thing about the Padres with their camo uniform. That would have made an awesome City Connect
oh my God.
uni.
And that would have totally made sense for that city too.
Yes.
But, what are you going to do? Okay. Kansas City Royals. Cool looking unis. Just very plain, simple.
I like the logo.
The logo's cool. The logo's the best part about it, in my opinion. But, I'm going to guess it ranked this low because it just the creativity maybe not be there. They've made really nice looking uniforms, but I don't know. Still the Texas Rangers one's the worst. Okay. Okay. And that goes the same here with the Chicago Cubs, Wrigleyville, with the dark blue, very cool looking uniforms, very clean, just probably, the creativity.
It's a missed opportunity.
Yeah. So, and that also, okay, this one makes absolutely no sense to me. Atlanta Braves.
Actually, I did some research on this one, Adrian, and the reason why they have it like this is because this was the same design uniform that Hank Aaron was wearing when he hit 715.
So is that their mentality behind that? They've already had these uniforms, so it's not really a new uniform.
They just put a modern twist to it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they are sick looking uniforms, and I dig that old school look, and I would not have put that in 17. And by the way, there's only 18 teams on this, so we're about to get to last place here.
Yep.
Last place is the Los Angeles Dodgers. Los Dodgers.
Another missed opportunity.
So this makes total sense to me. Not that they're in last place. It makes sense. Their uniforms make sense, like with the Dodger blue. Like they went extreme. They went extreme with that, and they went Los Dodgers.
They just added a 3-letter Spanish word.
Yeah. So I'm going to guess the creativity there, but I would not have put this uniform in last place. I think they look cool.
As simple as it is, it tops the Rangers.
Yes. God, I don't even want to look at this, but I'm going to roll back up to it. All right, I'm going to spring a question on you, Mr. Fuego.
What's that?
I know I passed it. What's your, out of what they've got so far, do you have a favorite?
It's a toss-up between Seattle and Cincy.
Yeah, now I can't. Oh, there. I just
number 9.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah. As they sit right now, I actually think, man, the Reds one today does look really good.
The color scheme,
I think I'm still digging on the south side.
I like the color scheme of the Rangers. Don't get me wrong. It's just
it's just the way they put it together. There's something off. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look right. Ooh, we got a ranking system. Somebody put Kansas City in first.
Yeah, go ahead and drop in the comments. What's your top 5? So we got one that says KC at 1, White Sox, Angels, Houston, and then Seattle. That's a nice slot. That's a nice lineup.
There's definitely let us know in the comments what you guys think. But as I said, we're talking about these uniforms for way too long, but it was just fun conversation. These City Connect unis are always fun when they come out. Cincinnati Reds, like I said, will be debuting them with the Yankees. And they're really good looking unis, so I'm excited for them on that. Okay, guys, let's get back to some serious business with baseball. I was pumped up today, watched a ton of baseball today. I caught the Yankees-Rays game, watched Aaron Judge hit 2 homers in that game. He wasn't the only guy to hit 2 homers today.
Nope. Yesterday, we had Rizzo hit 2.
Rizzo hit 2 yesterday. Today, the Minnesota Twins freaking killed. I mean, annihilated. Yeah. I'm scrolling. Where are you at, Twins? Yeah, the Cubs, 11-1, and Alex Kirilloff hit 2 home runs in that game. So we had some dingers today. Mariners killed the Tigers today, 5-0. Jared Kelenic going crazy again to hit a homer today too. So not short on the whole home run situation this week today in baseball. So some other exciting baseball news. We did have some history made.
Yes, we did.
Throughout the week. We had Kenley Jansen now with the Boston Red Sox, in case you didn't know that, guys. Makes history as the 7th pitcher in the 400 saves club in the Red Sox 5-2 win over the Braves earlier this week. So congratulations to Kenley Jansen for making it into that club. I've got memories, thoughts of Kenley Jansen. He's been filthy. I feel like the past, his last year or two with the Dodgers wasn't too exciting, but maybe he's got new fresh blood, excitement in Boston. So congratulations to him on that. Okay. We were in a live stream yesterday, me and Mr. Fuego. I can't remember who it was, but we were talking about who, as of right now, Rookie of the Year. And I'm really excited about Casey Schmidt just coming up on the San Francisco Giants. And so I was like, oh, Casey Schmidt, but he hasn't played very much yet. So I wanted to let Mr. Fuego know, you know what? I'm really enjoying watching Anthony Volpe. He might do Rookie of the Year, but Mr. Fuego did inform me about the statistics and things of that nature. But Anthony Volpe did make history this past week as the youngest Yankee to hit a grand slam in either Yankee Stadium. That's compared to Mickey Mantle, July 26, 1952, and July 29th, 1952, and July 6th, 1953, and Melky Cabrera, July 5th of 2006. So youngest Yankee to hit a grand slam in either Yankee Stadium. So very cool. He also is scaring the heck out of pitchers. There's a little video clip, if you guys check it out, Logan Webb throwing over to first base because Anthony Volpe is just scary as all hell. Like people think he's going to steal, and he was standing on the bag. Anthony Volpe is standing on the bag, and Logan Webb throws over still, even though he's standing on the bag. So, and they all chuckled and laughed after it, but it's kind of a funny moment. What else we got here going? That Casey Schmidt is another young player with, possibility for that rookie of the year. I don't know, but he just came up with the Giants, and he's bombing homers like over 400 feet. And with both Anthony Volpe and Casey Schmidt, I wanted to tie in today, because we talk about both baseball and baseball cards, that those two players, if you've watched their sales on eBay, just, stuff I've noticed throughout the week, they have skyrocketed. So it's just one of those things that when you're into sports cards and things like that, when players do crazy things, buyers do crazy things.
Exactly. And especially with Volpe, everybody started chasing his cards when they found out he got the call to the big leagues. Now, with little instances with this grand slam and everything else that he's been doing and the name that he made for himself on the base pads, the prices of his cards are only going up. So
absolutely,
if you got those Volpes buried somewhere, pull them out. If you do have them already out, may want to consider getting them in some PSA plastic and just watch them grow, really.
Yeah, work on a return maybe. Not really the time to buy them. I do know with Casey Schmidt, was looking at sales maybe 2 weeks ago, you can get a Casey Schmidt Bowman first auto for like $20, and you're gonna spend a lot more than that now, $75 to $100 for just a base chrome Casey Schmidt auto. So just wanted to tie that in today with that information. Some other news we have that's happened this past week: Justin Verlander is the 21st pitcher to record a win against all 30 MLB teams.
Yeah,
there's now 21 pitchers to record this. That's kind of a fun statistic. I've never thought about that or looked that up, but because with the whole being able to play both National and American League teams, and he's been on a couple different teams, that's kind of a cool accomplishment to say you've beaten all those teams. Julio Rodriguez, Mr. Enfuego's current PC fave, is having he's having a sophomore slump. I know he did hit a home run. I believe it was yesterday.
It was yesterday, but he was, for those of you who don't follow Mariner baseball, on the lineup, he was batting leadoff. Okay, but since he hasn't been doing so great, I think his batting average is like 240 or 250. They moved him down to the 6th spot. Okay, so, and he was okay with that, and that's the beauty of the sport, because you have some of those players that have those egos. Do you know who I am? Do you know what I bring to this team? I need to be in the leadoff spot. No, not with these young talented kids. He was like, you know what? I recognize I'm not performing to the best of my ability. If you think dropping me down to the 6th spot helps the team, I'm all for it. And look, it actually worked out. He sent one to the crowd yesterday. So
yeah, that's perfect. And you got Jared Kelenic and Teoscar Hernandez performing really well right now, so that does make sense. And I'm sure he's going to get things because he was so amazing last year. I'm sure every team just studied him like crazy, and he's going to find his place again for sure.
Yeah, and obviously with the performance of Julio, prices of his cardboard are dropping. They're still dropping, So I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. And you know what? With me, everybody knows I collect him dearly. Do I consider the value of his cards and when I make purchases? No. It's kind of like with Alex Rodriguez with the whole steroid thing. That it's irrelevant to me. If you're true to it, keep doing what you do.
Yeah.
Just hope for the best for him.
Absolutely. And this, I mean, I hate to say it like this, but if you're a card collector and a player like that goes into a slump, I wouldn't be selling off his stuff like, oh, he's a buzz. I wouldn't. This to me would be a good opportunity to buy, some of his rookie cards at a more reasonable price.
I mean, prime example, when we found out Tatis popped hot for steroids, everybody was quick to sell their stuff.
Yeah. And now he
came back and he's doing big things. Regrets?
Yeah, you can't touch some of it. I mean, shoot. By all means, Mr. Enfuego and I are just collectors, and we just love this. This is just little tricks that we've noticed. We're not saying to go, but if you're like looking for a good deal on a good rookie, somebody that might end up being a really, an all-star and MVP, things of that nature. This is what we think about when we're purchasing cards. Like, I'm not like last year, I wasn't buying any Julio. I'm not going to buy any Julio Rodriguez. That's great. He's playing so good. His stuff is out of control. But if he's having a little slump right now, this is the time for me to like maybe look around and see if it's something one or two cards I might want to keep in my PC. So just thoughts. Some more things. The Marlins top prospect, Eury Perez, gets called up to the majors with a twist. Reigning Cy Young winner Sandy Alcantara breaks news via popping up on laptop.
So basically, you know how a lot of these new kids, they get called up. The managers, they do a little twist to it. We've seen it with Julio. We've seen it with Volpe. We've seen it with Walker. They did it with this young man here. So they called him in. The manager was like, all right, we need to go over a couple of things before we hit Jacksonville. So he turned the laptop over, showed some clips of him in his pitching performance. That video gets cut. Then you have your reigning Cy Young winner, Sandy Alcantara, come in and say, obviously it was in Spanish. Great. I got bad news. Now I get to see your ugly face every day when you come up to the majors. So
that's super cool. That is super cool. And then Eury Perez, I think we had some statistics from his last
debut. He pitched 4 2/3 innings. He recorded 7 strikeouts, 2 base on balls, 2 earned runs.
Not too
now,
shabby.
Mind you, this kid is brand spanking new. What gets to me, though, is the sheer size of this man.
Oh, yeah, he's a big dude.
He is 6. I mean, he's no Randy Johnson because Big Unit was 6'10". This kid is only 6'8". So right now, he is currently the tallest active player in Major League Baseball. And his fastball recorded at 99.1 miles an hour.
That's terrifying.
It is.
Like if you're at the bat and like you have this big tall dude like coming at you throwing that fast.
Nope.
Shoot. All right. Got a couple of rankings we wanted to go through this week. The power rankings just adjusted. Our new first place power rankings on MLB is Mr. Ronald Acuna Jr., who is just an absolute terror right now. That's another good example for that baseball card situation we were just talking about. Yeah. Ronald Acuna injured, missed the World Series. People, people wrote him off. I just can't believe
Came back
now.
on a slow start, but slow.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah, and dude, the Atlanta Braves they're ridiculously good right now. They're like so fun to watch. They got the National League freaking scared right now because they're so good. We've got some current AL MVP rankings. This is according to the MLB.com as well. Currently, Ohtani, of course, is ranking to be in first place. Wander Franco in second place. Not too shabby there. And then here's kind of a surprise, not really, but a twist. Playing for his life right now. Matt Chapman on the Toronto Blue Jays. He's cooled off just a tad this week, but he is the greatest. The best hitter on the Toronto Blue Jays right now. Over Vlad, over Bo. He's he's getting ready to. It's contract time, so I think he's trying to get his money, and he's doing a heck of a job doing it too.
I mean, according to this rankings, as at the time of this article, he's batting 349.
Oh my gosh, that's phenomenal. That reminds me of somebody else's on the list. Get to that in just a moment here. Next on the list, fourth place, Randy Arozarena.
I could see that.
Randy Arozarena has gotten a lot of just baseball love. That World Series year, he played great. That was considered to be his rookie year. And he did all the World Baseball Classic stuff. And he's playing well on the Rays. Well, the Rays are just phenomenal to watch right now. But I think people are just loving on Randy Arozarena. So not too shabby there. Next, of course, Mike Trout. I would always expect him to be in the list for the AL as long as he's playing. That's first, second, third, fourth, fifth there. For the NL MVP, as we said, Ronald Acuna, absolute terror right now. Makes total sense that he's on the top of that list. Then I want you to notice the two players that are kind of surprising are both former Oakland A's players. I mean, Oakland A's, they all start in Oakland, man. We've got phenomenal players. We just don't stay in Oakland, of course. Sean Murphy, also on the Atlanta Braves. He was a part of the trade with Matt Olson.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean Murphy just phenomenal. This player right here to me is one of the best players in the MLB, and he just he gets overlooked all the time, but probably the best batter in the MLB right now, Luis Urias. Just recently, it's a shame, dropped under a 400 batting average.
Yep, he was on the verge of making history.
Yeah. And this guy comes up to bat. This guy's hitting the ball. Luis Urias of the Miami Marlins. Go check him out. Go check out his headlights. Look at his statistics. Be blown away. Then we've got Max Muncy and Mookie Betts are the next two in that rankings there. Max Muncy is playing sneaky good this year. I don't know if anybody does fantasy teams, and maybe that's a player that's a name that gets overlooked.
He's on my team.
Very nice. Very nice. And of course, Mookie Betts. I always expect him to be in the top five.
Yeah.
Great ball players. Anybody you feel like's missing or anything like super surprising to you in any of these?
Well, they did have
rankings?
Other people on this list, and it's not really surprising because they've been doing good. You got Xander Bogaerts, you got Pete Alonso, Matt Olson, Goldie, Brian Reynolds. Got a couple of pitchers on here. Cody Bellinger's name is being thrown out there now. He's having a stellar of a season so far.
Oh man, yes, the Cubs, man. I'm so stoked that Cody Bellinger's doing good because he was so good and then he was doing so bad, and you start feeling bad for him. Like, man, I know you're good. Like, what's going on? And he's starting to show off what he can do on those Chicago Cubs again. So that's an exciting development. I was surprised to see Randy Arozarena on this list. I'm happy that he's on this list.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't expect to see him there. So that's cool. That is cool. All right. We did have some injuries going on this week. Not surprising, but Eloy Jimenez is going to be out for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Eloy Jimenez, great ball player on the Chicago White Sox, is it's looking like he's just one of those players, I hate to say, that's always injured.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, he might as well go play for the New York Yankees at this point. He's right up their alley.
That was a cheap shot, but it's true.
It's true. Aaron Judge came back and he's been playing well. Stanton still working on his hammies.
Yep, still making up and missing out on those leg days.
You got Carlos Rodon. Kind of weird news story on him today. He's still out. He's still injured. He's having some back issues. It's the reason it's weird is looking at the doctors looking at his MRI and his works and stuff. They all say like, yeah, you're everything looks good. You're good to go. And he's like, no, something's not right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's cleared, but he's not going to play. He's still not feeling right. And I'm not going to give him any crap about that. Like back injuries and things with the back, like a lot of times X-rays, MRIs, they can't see what's actually wrong. So I'm hoping whatever is going on with him, that they figure it out. He figures it out and he gets the treatment or recovery time he needs. Because if he comes back, he's going to be pretty scary on those Yankees. Matt Harvey announced his retirement this week. I'm wondering if I have any statistics, information I can give you guys on Matt Harvey. As I look up for that, some other things we've got going on our power rankings. I want to talk about another baseball card thing. So Freddie Fermin, Kansas City Royals, just got called up, played this week. And a friend of mine came over and she's been wanting to get her first MLB Tops Now card. And so she's been watching. She's a big Casey Schmidt fan, whatever. Well, the day the Casey Schmidt one came out on Tops Now, this Freddie Fermin did a walk-off bunt for the Kansas City Royals. So super cool moment for him. The Tops Now photo is awful. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna try and bring that up for you for those of us that are here on YouTube. But if you're listening on your podcast format, maybe look that up. Freddie Fermin on the Kansas City Royals and his Tops Now card. It's not his best side. I'll just say that. Let's see if I've got my Matt Harvey.
So I've got a little something here for you. For Matt Harvey's career. Okay, his record is 50-66. Okay, no bueno. His career ERA is 4.42. 0 saves. He's pitched 966.1 innings with 867 strikeouts. Now, mind you, this is the same guy that was a part of the federal trial that's regarding the death of Tyler Skaggs, okay, who happened to be a teammate during their time with the Angels, and that Harvey had testified around February 15th, I think it was, that he had provided Skaggs with Percocet pills. So if you really look at it, a lot of people would say Harvey had some form of involvement with the death of Skaggs, and he says it here that he admitted that he regularly used cocaine while playing in New York and Los Angeles, and that he did take Percocet while in the dugout and clubhouse during his Angels tenure. So, I mean, honestly, I think he did MLB a service because with just this little stint, nobody was going to pick him up.
Yeah.
Okay. I was surprised that the Orioles actually took a chance on him.
Yeah. Probably, been in baseball long enough, probably buddies with somebody that gave him an opportunity. But yeah, he has been dealing with that whole situation since it's happened in the MLB. So kind of
And
not
then even
surprising.
here, they even brought up in May of last year, he was actually suspended 60 games for distributing oxycodone. Yeah, it's time for him to go.
Yeah.
You got to go, bro.
Bye-bye. No good there. I know there's all kinds of stuff like that going on in baseball, but after something like that happening and yeah, that's enough. That's enough of that.
Let's keep it pure, gents.
Let's transition. I think we've covered all the baseball stories. I think. Oh, we were talking about injuries. Jazz Chisholm did get taken off the field today, getting his foot caught in the fence, I believe. So we'll be following up on him to see if he's going to be out for several games or any games, what have you.
Yeah.
Other than that, any other MLB news stories? Things
we covered everything that we wanted to cover.
Awesome. Those Tops Now photos, pictures, cards that they sell on Tops Now, they're only up for a limited time, and I'm trying to go back in the archive here and find that really cool looking Royals card, but I am not seeing it. As soon as I get off the podcast, I'm sure it'll pop right up for me. So at any rate,
I did want to cover one thing that we should have did earlier, and that was my fault. Okay, y'all could kick me later. So a couple of things happened today in baseball history.
Oh, yes.
So today in 1955, okay, Mickey Mantle went ahead and hit 3 home runs during the game against the Detroit Tigers. 2 of those home runs were left-handed and 1 was right-handed. All right, they beat the Tigers 5-2. Also, in 1958, Stan Musial recorded his 3,000th hit with a pinch hit double off of Chicago's Mo Drabowski. The Cardinals won that game 5-3. And then lastly, in 1967, Mickey Mantle hit his 500th home run off of Stu Miller, who was the pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, and the Yankees won that game 6-5.
That's a fun throwback into baseball right there. Mickey Mantle 500. Shoot. All right. So some other fun things that we've got going today. Transitioning into the baseball card hobby news. Most exciting for me, I'm going over our list here, Mr. Fuego, haphazardly, because I'm so excited for Series 2, Topps Series 2 checklist being dropped. Also, the other checklist that got dropped was the 2023 Bowman Sapphire Edition checklist. Both of those checklists are up. You can find them on I always look on Cardboard Connection. You can look on Beckett. Those are you can look on Topps website for those. But those are up now. Now the Topps Series 2, exciting because Anthony Volpe and Jordan Walker. Those are going to be two.
Those will be 2 chasers.
Potentially the 2 hottest rookies you're going to be looking for. Potentially. I was really, with the way Topps has done things in the past couple of years, even though a player might have started at the beginning of the year, they might save it for update when they bring him out in his rookie card. They always bounce around with things, but they did decide to go ahead and put him into Series 2. So there will be a reason to buy Series 2. Like in years past, it's always like maybe one rookie. I know 2020 Series 2, I remember it was like you were buying that for Luis Robert, and that was pretty much it. So, this will be a little bit. That's going to be a big card. That's going to be fun to look for. So Anthony Volpe, Jordan Walker of the Cardinals, even though he did get sent down, I'm not sure if he's back up yet. I know that they're probably
yet.
Yeah, they're messing with, I'm sure they're messing with him because he was playing very well, but there's going to be like messing with his contract kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they play around with sometimes. So even when, player is playing well, if they
Messing with
want
the
to keep
players'
him an extra
service
year.
time. Yeah.
Exactly. If you guys don't know anything about that, look up Chris Bryant and his story, and you'll find a whole wealth of information there on that. Bowman Sapphire Edition. I'm always a sucker for Sapphire. Super expensive, yet super beautiful.
It's a beautiful variation.
Baseball cards. And 2023 Bowman Sapphire, like, I could get my Miguel Vargas rookie out of that probably. Bowman Sapphire. So my Bowman firsts in that. Oh man, who? Drew Jones? Is Drew? Drew Jones.
Spencer Jones. All them guys.
That's cool. I want to look on that checklist because they've had last year. A couple of the Bowman Sapphire products did not have autographs. They just had color parallels. I want to know if they're going to put Sapphire autographs in Sapphire this year because that's a huge issue. With a product that's that expensive, autographs need to be in there.
Definitely.
So
I mean, granted, the colors great, but what's an out of 10 or an out of 5 with no ink on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up and probably post that. Let's see. Oh, because I looked up Bowman and not Sapphire. Perfect, you guys. I'm super efficient on the computer. Everyone, I want you all to know that. Some other things. Oh, speaking of Bowman, we've been opening. It's been on every baseball card opening channel. People opening hobby boxes, jumbo boxes, lots of blasters. Because the blasters have been phenomenal in Bowman. Coming out next week, we've got the Bowman mega boxes. Ooh, I'm sorry, not next week. Tentative release date is the 31st of May. Regular Bowman was a little bit early. Don't forget that. So I would keep a lookout to see if they drop that a little bit early as well. Just throwing that out there. Why? If you're new to baseball, like why? If you got blasters, you got hobbies. What do we need these mega boxes for? What's that all about? The mega boxes always have 2 packs of mega box exclusive Mojo cards that are quite popular in the hobby. So there are people buying them just for those Mojo cards. Yeah, Mojo autos. It's Mojo color. Mojo. It's all about keeping your mojo. All right. As I look up, I'm going to share another screen with everybody here on YouTube. I'm looking at the Bowman Sapphire Edition checklist. Let's have this up here. I am personally like Cardboard Connection. We've got our different parallels here this year. We've got green, aqua, orange, purple, red, and Parpadasha. That's a 1 of 1. Those are the base parallels and autograph parallels. There you go. There will be autographs. They've got aqua, green, orange, purple, red, and I always say Papadopoulos. I know that's not right, but it sounds funner. Parpadasha. Parpadasha? Everybody's going to make fun of that one. Man, I wonder if there's a guarantee. There's probably no guaranteed autos.
I did see if you scroll up that it's only the odds of actually pulling it 1 out of 526.
Wow. Not too shabby.
That's the base parallel.
29 autographs, only 29 autographs too. Like not just So that's pretty exciting. That's cool.
So they're gonna have some kind of value.
I'm gonna get suckered into that again. I just recently had some Topps Sapphire update opened on over on Diamond Princess's
I'm seeing
channel.
some nice names on that too. You got Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, I see Jet Williams, Jace Young, Gabriel Martinez.
Arias.
Oh, over here, Cam Collar.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the autograph checklist. This is what we really want to see. Oh, not going to be a first, but Jackson Holiday's in there.
Yep.
Cam Collar for the Cincinnati Reds. That's a big one. Here we go. The biggest one people will be looking for probably is the Drew Jones. Jacob Berry.
Elijah Green is in here.
Yeah. Zach Neto. Yeah, this is not too shabby looking of a list. I'm digging it. Ooh, Matt Mervis is in there. Just got called up on the Chicago Cubs. That was another player that came up this week that we forgot to mention because we skipped a week, but Matt Mervis was a big prospect that came up on the Chicago Cubs and played well this week. So this checklist is looking good. This is looking good. So with that there, what else do we got? Oh, hey, gosh, could have felt like you said months ago that you were going to open some platinum anniversary. Whatever happened to that?
Well, I know as much as your second party distributors. So basically between David Adams, Steel City, and Blowout Card, nobody knows when this product is going to be released. Okay. Steel City and Blowout, they have those dreaded 3 letters that nobody wants to see next to a product. Okay. TBD. And if you don't know, to be determined. But at least with David Adams, they're still predicting around the first week of June. And I'm hoping David Adams knows something that we don't.
Fingers crossed for you that you get those cards in 2023, buddy.
Yeah.
I really hope when that does come out that it's taking so long because it's going to be so epic with cool parallels and variations and autographs that it'll be worth the wait. Man, Mr. Fuego and I have gone crazy this week, by the way, with the whole baseball card thing. We've got like a lot of fun things to talk about in the baseball card world. Some other fun stuff that happened in the baseball card world is a 1968 Topps complete set. Topps in auction, the Mile High auction at $1.4 million. How freaking cool is that? Mm-hmm. And then as far as baseball releases go, 2023 Topps Sterling's going to be out potentially on May 10th. Oh, May 10th. Did it come out? Did Topps Sterling come out? I haven't seen any rips of it.
I haven't seen anything yet either.
Today, the Topps Nippon Baseball, that's a Japanese league, comes out. So I wonder if I always bring up his name, and I always say this. I hate bringing up his name, but I always bring it up. I know I'm one of those people. I'm wondering if Trevor Bauer will be in that.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I would think Topps is. I don't know. Who knows? And then, as we said earlier, Bowman Mega Box is May 31st. Now, some fun things that Mr. Fuego and I researched this week there's a couple of companies that we noticed were popping up a lot on our YouTube and Instagram feeds. And that was a couple of companies that are in competition with TCDB, the trading card database website. Those are VeriSwap, that's VERISWAP, and the securedtradeclub.com. Now, the VeriSwap app, I was seeing some these trade things coming up on my Instagram feed, like was rating this trade, who wins, A or B. And Mr. Fuego just put the link to the Secured Trade Club, which we watched a whole thing on that on Sports Card Investor. And the owner of that was like super pumped, super energetic guy, really excited about it. That Mr. Fuego is going to tell you about that site because he did a little bit more research on that site, and I did a little bit more research with the VeriSwap. With the VeriSwap app, you go on there, and at this time, they're only doing graded cards. So you go in there, you put in your certification, you load pictures, or it automatically loads from PSA, which is super cool. All those PSA orders, like reveals you guys have seen me do on my channels, I would type in the certification number off the card, and the picture that PSA has on file there, it automatically would upload to VeriSwap. Now, I was super concerned on how am I going to trade cards with somebody and this be, how am I going to not get scammed? Basically, that's how it always is with anything with sports cards. So as you go in and fill in your information, you put in how much the card is worth. They are linked with eBay where you can go off recently sold comps to get an idea. You put that price in there. Somebody comes along, offers you a trade. Maybe they got 2 cards they want to trade for 1. And VeriSwap makes it to where they have to be close in price. If they're not close in price, you have the option to add cash or ask for cash to make the trade more even. All your payment information is on there via Stripe, which is a secure credit card or payment format, which I actually use with Silco. I've used it in many other applications and things of that nature. If you decide to do a swap, VeriSwap charges $1. That's how they're getting their money. If you do a trade and the person doesn't send you the card, get VeriSwap involved. They have to send you the money for what that card is worth. I went on there and loaded a bunch of cards. I've been trying to get a trade done. I haven't been able to meet eye to eye on there, but it's been super easy and super fun to scroll through, look and see what people have. Being that they're all graded cards, you're actually getting, potentially you're getting an actual like authentic card. It's been super fun for me so far. I'm going to keep you posted in the future weeks on how that's working out. Now, Mr. Fuego is going to tell you about Secure Trade Club. It's got a lot of cool options as well.
So pretty much what Adrian said, Secure Trade Club is right up there with TCDB. And I know TCDB has been around for a while, but I like the method that Secure Trading Club is actually taking. So not only do they do secure trading, obviously, they actually do the buy it nows and they actually do auctions on not just sports cards, but sports memorabilia in general. Okay. But now you set up an account. Now, if you're just looking to be a buyer for this site, there is no cost to you at all. Okay. But if you're looking to sell or, run kind of like your own little personal car business through this website, they're charging you $5 a month. Okay. Just like VeriSwap, that's how they make their money. But what really caught my attention with this company, okay, is they also like to incorporate fantasy sports into their operations. What I mean by that is, let's just say I placed a bid on a Julio Rodriguez jersey, which ran me about $300. Okay. I win that jersey at the $300 mark. Okay. Now, as a caveat, they will offer you the opportunity to predict a event for the next game that Julio Rodriguez actually is in. So let's just say I won the jersey and I say, okay, JROD is going to end up hitting a double in the next game. And if he does, not only do I keep the jersey, but they also give me that $300 back. You can't beat that. eBay's not doing that. TCDB is not doing that. That is very unique. And I'm pretty sure just that little perk alone is going to draw attention to this company.
I want to take this real quick moment to let you guys know neither of these companies reached out to us. We're doing this all on our own accord. We're not getting paid any money by this. We're just trying this stuff out ourselves because we're collectors, and it seemed like a lot of fun. I know Mr. Fuego's been messing around all week on the Secure Trade Club app or website, and I've been on the VeriSwap. That's my guess.
They take swap and verify.
Yeah, Veriswap. Yeah, that sounds right. So I was just sharing a screen of what the Secure Trade Club looks like. I was just seeing if the Veriswap had a website. Of course they do. I'm going to share that with you guys
So I did
real
drop the
quick.
link. If you got time and you're interested in that kind of venue, I would recommend checking them out. I plan on checking them out. I've already got an account established as a buyer. And I'm
Oh,
gonna dabble with it.
what I didn't notice on Secure Trade Club, do the cards have to be graded like they do on
They do
Veriswap?
have to be graded, yes.
Okay, so this is all right now for graded cards. I think both companies, I've read that they're working towards raw cards as well, but right now it is just for graded cards.
Yeah.
Got to start somewhere. So this is
And
not
hold on, can you
not a
scroll back
bad
down a
deal.
little bit? And you
Yes.
can see for yourself, people are utilizing this platform. You
Yes.
got 4,100 traders. They've completed over $2 million in completed trades and $40 million in assets listed already on the site. So, I mean, they're doing something right.
It's both of these websites are addicting if you're into cards. Like if you got slabs, maybe you're sitting around, maybe you've been trying to sell forever and maybe you can get a trade going,
And it's a possibility that you may find something that you're looking for that is too pricey on eBay. May
Yeah,
not be so pricey on these other websites.
absolutely. On Veriswap, that one, like, couple things I noticed, like I feel like you have to do this with eBay, with anything. You type in your own price of what you say your card is worth.
Yes.
And with the way I did notice some people wrote in their profiles and stuff like, hey, I don't change my card prices daily. If something seems off, like the price, just shoot me a message. But also there's going to be people out there that value their cards for more than they're worth. Just always verify. They've got links to eBay sales right there on the website. I'm sure Secure Trade Club has probably got something similar as well. It's just
definitely.
anything, anywhere. Verify, check, and make sure the cards that you're trying to get are worth what they're worth, and try to be as accurate as you can when putting the prices up for your own cards. I'm like have all my graded cards here. Like I've got some stuff that I've tried to sell, whatever, and I'm loading all those puppies up on there tonight. I'm just gonna play on my phone and try to make deal. I'm bound and determined to make a trade today, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to get on Secure Trade Club and get my login and all that set up this week too. So very, very exciting. You guys, I think that's most of our information today. But as we have been kind of, sneaking at, kind of, telling you guys about a week, we have kind of an announcement.
Hold on before you go there.
Okay, darn.
We still got to do our trivia.
Okay, you guys. We're about to put up a trivia question. Make sure you put in the chat what the answer is, and the winner will be promoted in our next podcast. So let me get the trivia.
Announce who the first person who gets the correct answer.
Yes, here we go. And we're up.
All right. So the first person to come correct would be 2011 Cards fan. Congratulations.
Congratulations, 2011 Cards fan. Andre Dawson is the correct answer for our trivia this week. And guys,
another person, just to add to that, I didn't throw him in there. Alex Rodriguez with the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, I did see somebody, one person in there did put that as an answer. That's awesome. Congratulations, Jeremy. We'll get you all promoted up in next week's podcast. And like I said, in today's podcast, The winner last week was White Sox Tom. His information is in the description. Be sure to go over and check out his YouTube as well. There's a lot of great people in this community. We're just trying to shout out everybody best as we can. This is just a way for us to pick one person. It's too hard to pick one person. So with the trivia, kind of gives everybody an opportunity. Good trivia stuff this week, Mr. Fuego. I like the video.
I'm seeing in the chat it's too easy, so I'm gonna have to kick it up a notch.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
I've got a really good one for you next week. I'll email it to you later.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay.
Here's the highlight.
Is it time now?
It's time.
Okay. Do you want to announce it or do you want me to announce it?
Floor's yours.
Okay. Mr. Infuego and I, for the past 2 weeks.
Yep.
And actually longer, because we've been talking about this and mulling it over for months. Finally dialed in and are now announcing the new Baseball Junkies website. Yes, we have a new website. I'm going to put right up here on the banner. All right. We're hoping you guys will all go and check this out. I'm going to put the link also in the chat so you guys can click on and check it out. Now you're like, oh boy, podcast, a website. What? Okay, you guys, we go check it out. You can have access to all of our podcast, all of our podcast episodes are there. You can link to the YouTube there. There's email to directly contact us. You can
check out the Junkies other socials. The Junkies website has a Twitter account, has an Instagram account.
We also have oh my God, there's so many things
there's
on there.
So much in this website.
Both of our YouTubes, we got Twitter, we got Instagram. We've got a spot on there for you guys to write your reviews. You can write your reviews directly on the website, or if you go to your favorite podcast format like Apple or Spotify and put a review on there, it automatically loads onto our website there. You can also, we've also put in like an application process if you want to be a guest on the show, where we've got a form for you to fill out and spot for you to give reasons for why you want to be on the show and things of that nature. There's a lot of cool stuff on there, and there's going to continue to be more new stuff coming out there as the weeks progress, as we come up with things. You can subscribe there and the podcast automatically load, like you get an email sent for whenever a new podcast comes out and it goes directly to your phone so you can listen to it there. We're going to work on different subscription stuff, both free. We definitely want to keep
everything right. Everything is free.
Everything's free right now.
The biggest thing that I would like for this website is if everybody just took a few moments to jump on the website, give us a review. Let us know how we've been from season 1, episode 1 up until now. What are your thoughts on how Adrian and I have been presenting you with everything that we've had with the news, with baseball hobby stuff? If there's something that you feel that we need to work on or improve or incorporate or anything like that, this is the place to do it.
100%.
Okay?
100%.
I mean, ultimately, we built the site, but the site is ultimately for you. This is your voice to us, to letting us know what it is you want to see on the podcast or hear.
100%. And Mr. and Fuego, both, we've discussed this many times. We love constructive criticism. We want to give you guys a good show. We're always working on being better. So, let us have it in the reviews. We want to hear it. And also let us know here in the chat or email us. Our email is going to be on there. Like, let us know what you think of the website. Let us know if there's something else you want to see on the website and, things of that nature. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
There was a question earlier. I didn't want Chuck to feel like we neglected him. that has been a topic that we're going to bring up. We are going to be talking about baseball junkie swag later on down the road.
Yep.
So be on the lookout.
We dabbled in that conversation, and yeah, it was funny. I'll just say that. But it isn't. We are thinking about that. I mean, we could go 100 different directions with this website and this podcast if that's what you guys want. We, we're part of this baseball card community, and we want to offer you guys something freaking amazing. We want this podcast to be the baseball podcast that you want to listen to, because you get both your baseball and your baseball card news on it. I mean, swag, maybe. Baseball card breaks, maybe someday. Who knows? Anything of that nature. Links to your favorite baseball teams and I mean, shoot, it's let me tell you, the possibilities are endless, because both of us had no idea how hard it was to put together a website.
And to be quite honest, and I brought this up to Adrian a while back, when I first found out that we got these other third-party sites that actually gather information of various podcasts, blogs, influencers that are out there, and they actually put them on a grading system, and then to find out initially we were ranked 8 out of the top 15, now number 5. And I actually had to put that in the website. We had to let everybody know, this is the real deal. Adrian and I were putting our heart and soul into this podcast, not because we're looking for the attention, okay, but we're looking for it solely because, one, we love what we do. We know you love what we love doing. So what better way than to share our love and appreciation of both the sport and the hobby with those that actually enjoy the same likes as we do. Okay. So, I mean, it made sense.
100%.
So again, if you really appreciate what we do for you guys on a weekly basis, please put those in put your comments in the reviews on the website so that we can see exactly what this podcast means to you all, because I think it's a safe assumption that I could speak for Adrian. Whether we have you here or not, we love doing this because it's our own little happy place. It gets us
100%.
away from the harsh realities of adulting. There's times where I feel like, what? I don't want to do nothing. I just want to go ahead and chill, play with my cardboard, watch some sports or whatever, and just escape from it all. This is the place and this is the time that we do it. And honestly, I couldn't have had it. If I had a chance to do it with anybody else, there wouldn't be anybody else, to be quite honest.
Right at you, Battle. Right at you. Yeah, you guys, Mr. Fuego and I love doing this. And you all are a huge part of that, being here every week, commenting, giving us feedback. You've been up to this point, you've been giving us feedback on Discord, on Facebook, Instagram, things of that nature. We appreciate you all so much. We try to get back to everybody's comments and things like that. We're hoping with the website that streamlines that for us. Mr. Fuego just posted it up again. You guys, if you get a second to go over there and check it out, we would deeply appreciate it. And
now we do have some swag already in production as we speak.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next time you guys jump on Adrian's Silco live auctions and everything like that, or whenever I start sending racks just because, you will get some of that. You will see some of that swag.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff is coming soon to you guys, and you don't even know it. There was a comment in here about, you guys should see about doing the podcast at the National. That's probably not going to happen this year. I'm not going to lie, but definitely that's a good idea. Doing it like one of these card shows, one of these bigger card shows like Dallas, maybe someday in the future when Mr. Fuego and I can collaborate, and that's a lot of logistics. Mr. Fuego over in Florida, I'm over here in Southern Oregon. I mean, I don't know if we could in America if we could possibly get any further apart unless I go up to Alaska, and but
Yeah.
you know, we have tons of ideas. We are not leaving anything off the table. We've talked about all different kinds of ideas, and we would continue to love to see and hear what you guys want to see and hear. So with that, I believe that's going to be a wrap for the Baseball Junkies podcast on this fine Saturday. We thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back at it next Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And, you know, I think we're going to catch you on the next one. You got anything else, Battle?
We will definitely catch you on the next one. And Kenny, your question is noted. More to follow.
Sounds good. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much.